Well, good morning, folks. It's another day here in Ohio. We've been kind of inundated with water over the last week here. Had several inches of rain. I'm quite far behind on what I'd like to have done. This is wheat stubble here. We combined the wheat off of, harvested the straw off of it, and actually, believe it or not, sprayed to put a burn down on this to kill all the weeds. And they were nice and crunchy, but several weeks of rain has kept me out of here. So the volunteer wheat's starting to come back, and got a couple weeds starting up again. But we're gonna go ahead and try and get our cover crops in today. A little bit behind what we normally like to be. This is, what is today? The 26th, I believe. Oh wow, okay, I'm off. The 30th of August. So yeah, tomorrow is the 1st. Yeah, we're a little bit behind, to say the least. But we're gonna get started on it here today. Ground's kind of marginal. I think it's good enough to go for at least what we have to deal with this year. So we're gonna get after it here. I got the 806 tricycle and the 15-foot no-till drill behind me here. Just got done topping off with seed, putting an inoculant on it. So we're good to go here. We're gonna go ahead and get squared up in our corner here and get started. Domesticate ducks and figure out how to make them do seeding for us here in Ohio, because I tell you, this year is something else. It rains when it's not supposed to rain. Like I said, figure out how to make like air seeders for ducks. That sounds like a great business venture. I think we should figure that out. Well, I got this one wrapped up. A couple different shots of rain while I was doing it. Actually, see there's another one coming up there. Got that wood line up there. Got a tile blowout right there. I'm gonna go ahead and mark. Kind of hard to see those things first thing in the spring. Cover crops get some decent height to them. It's hard to locate those blowouts when you're trying to, look through a dense matter. Cover crop to try to find a tile blow up. Well, this is kind of a crappy flag, but it's the only one I got, so guess that's the one we're going to use. You can tell they're a tile blowout by looking at them. You see how all this stuff is starting to sink in. That means that there's a tile under here that's got an issue, whether it be broken, crushed, or just a crack. See, when the water goes in, it drags down the sediment, the soil, and everything with it. So it's kind of like a vacuum. If it were a groundhog hole, there would be a mound of dirt right next to it, and there would not necessarily be anything actively going down it. So that's kind of an easy way to tell a tile blowout, by studying it, looking at it, determining what you find, what you see. And that one there is a blowout. You can tell by how it is. So got another shot of rain here coming. Oh boy, I tell you. This year, can't get nothing done. Nothing. Well, good afternoon, folks. Following day here. It's 31st of August now. Gonna try and work on pretty well getting cover crops wrapped up today. Probably have a few more acres left for tomorrow. But I should have a fair amount of it knocked out here today. Just came down here to North Farm, topped off with fuel, topped off with seed. I'm gonna head off over on the Smithville Western to one of our rental properties. I got about 16 acres over there to do. And then I'll go from there off to John's. I got about 16 there as well. So I got about 32 acres far from home here to go do. And then I'll probably finish the day out either at the back of the West Farm or at the main dairy. Just see what the day brings. But we're gonna get back after here today. Try and get some more acres knocked out. Beautiful day. Sun's out, not a cloud in the sky really. So, should be a good afternoon. I think it's about time I lose the hoodie. It's starting to warm up. It's about 12:30 right now, so it's just gonna get warmer as the day progresses here. But I'm gonna get back out of here today, see if we can get finished up. Be able to see that, you think?
Yeah. Okay, now we south of the waterway?
Yeah. We'll go straight ahead. Well, when I grabbed my planter tractor and left earlier, I forgot to put a couple flags in the toolbox. We'd like to keep some flags in the toolbox, so while we're planting, if we find tile blowouts, we can mark them while there's nothing growing. That way you can actually see them. And if I don't mark them when there's nothing actively growing, you can't find them when it comes time to fix tile in the spring. So that's what we're doing. Got finished up, took the 806 back to the North Farm, fueled it, greased it. Dad will use that tomorrow to finish planting cover crops while I go ted some hay. I've got one more hole out here and I can't seem to find it. Anyways, gonna try and finish up our third cutting this week. I think we should be able to get that done. The weather looks to be nice and promising, so hopefully we can get that done. Be nice to get that job wrapped up. We'll have fourth cutting we gotta chop yet, but we'll at least be done baling for the season. Well, if I can find that daggone hole. Huh. Do you see it?
No. Which way was it? This way from that one?
I thought it was kind of downhill. Well, I guess uphill technically because that's north, but
okay, so you want to go that way?
I guess I'll hop in. We'll just roll that way, I guess. I could have sworn they were like 20 yards from one another, but maybe it just seemed that way.
It was over this way from that one? Like...
Yeah, kind of like right in line in this area somewhere. It was there before we planted wheat the way it looked because the wheat had grown down, you know, in it.
Yeah.
Find it? Yeah, right there. Yep, yep. Wow, boy, I was off. That is a lot further than 20 yards. It's like 120.
Yeah.
Hey, we found it. That's all that matters. Well, there we go. These are all marked, so we can get them fixed in the spring, and that way we don't have any unnecessary damage to machinery, and also so we can control the water flow the way we would like. We got a waterway we put in over here a couple years ago. We filmed that. It's up on the channel, but it's been working nice. There used to be a lot of erosion in this area. The water just comes down through here so fast, it'd pick up speed and it would just wash this really bad. But this has definitely helped this over here. I think.
Come over and mow it sometime.
Yeah, we gotta mow it. It's getting a little growth to it. But I guess we're gonna probably call it a day here.